in between. So here's what's going to happen. You actually have to draw the box and whiskers, and it looks like this. It's a line. I need a number line. I need to go from 23 to 33. When it's small like this, you can just do it by ones. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, that's a little bit. 31, 32, 33. So it turns out I need this much. I mean, I couldn't feel it. I felt like I needed that much. I would have spaced them out a little bit more, but whatever. I don't need that much. All right, here we go. 33. This is what you would have done if you were doing it at home, watching a video. Why do you make these videos? Makeup kids? I actually like to torture kids, like when they come in, like, hey, could you explain? No, did you watch the video? No, could you just say, no, check the video. I don't watch the video. Yeah, I tortured the other kids in real life. You should be tortured for 30 minutes. They sat for 2 hours for a 30-minute video. Here it comes. Step one, put in the dots where they go. Hey, 23, you get to go right here. 33, booyah, you get to go there. How about my friend here, 32? That's weird. I wonder if that's right. Is that 32 right? Yeah, that feels weird. Say it again?
Because it's 232.
26. Where are you, 26? 4, 5, 6. That means the show's coming up. I'm going to try just to see what they play. 28.5, 28.5. 20, that's 29. Why that's my alarm? I think my son changed it. 28.5. This is your 5-number summary. This is where you're just saying a little bit about the numbers. I'm going to draw a box. The 3 middle numbers, they each get a line below them or the number 1. So what we're going to do below those is put the lines are number 1. You can do it. On. Okay, so there you go. Alright, and stop you. What's odd about this radio station, I don't listen to it, even though I'm on it. I only listen to it for like the 2 seconds to hear myself, and I feel like that'll be enough. He does a mix of music, different genres, different cultural backgrounds. And when I don't hear mine, basically I'm like, I'm not really into the other one. All right, where am I? Hey, what are we doing? The 3 guys in the middle get a line. You get a line, you get a line, you get a line. Looks like it's number 1, they're lines. Those 3 lines are going to make up the box. How do you make a box? Watch me. Wow, Sanpow. And this is the box of whiskers. The whiskers, I guess, is connected to it being like a cat. But really, what kind of cat looks like a box? How about box and lines? How about that? Like some kids getting it better because it's box and whiskers. In any case, what you need to know is that the median is the middle line in the box. What's this guy here? He's the lower quartile, also known as Q1. The end of the first quarter for those who watch sports. The median is the end of the second quarter. The end of the third quarter is the upper quartile. Quartiles when you cut things into 4 pieces, upper quartile, and then end of the third quarter, end of the fourth quarter, the beginning of the game is the min, the end of the game is the max. Look at it, see how you feel about it. So with this big group of numbers, hey, what can I tell you? The biggest number is 33, the smallest number is 23. What's the median? If you put them in order, who's like right in the middle? Oh, this 28.5. Who's the median of the small guys? Like of the small guys on the team, who's the guy like right in the middle? Oh, that's that dude, he's like 26. Of the big guys, they have more big guys apparently. You see how much bigger that is? The median, that feels weird. That's 32. Okay. Okay. I don't get it. It feels weird. All right. Pause, take a look, see if you have any questions. All right, I'm moving on. It'll be in the video. If you missed something, watch the video. All right, let's do, this is that one. What's the other thing? The standard deviation is a lot of steps. And then the histogram. Standard deviation, histogram, standard deviation, histogram. 2 standard deviations, 1 histogram. 2 standard deviation. So we'll do at the beginning of
Add or subtract?
add or subtract it, multiply or divide. It's one of the 4. Yeah.
Can you subtract the lowest number for the next one.
Way to get them started. Now you do subtract big minus small is a range. Range, big minus small. Range. Big minus small. In this case, an interquartile, your quartiles are Q1, Q2, Q3. To get the range of the interquartiles means take big guy and minus small. In other words, you do Q3 minus Q1. What's Q3? It looks like a 32 to me. Q1, what is Q1, anybody? It's 26. And so the interquartile range happens to be something. 12? 6, thank you. 6 is it. In other words, how much space is there from here all the way to here? There's only 6 spaces in between. Take a look at it, see what it feels like. Dang. Interquartile range. At this point, if you did your homework, you'd have been doing something like this. I got a question. I was doing my homework. Now, why you sound like this? I don't know. It's just the voice I can work with it. This one guy got a friend in the corner. I mean, technically, I was doing him as his voice, so I can understand the offense. I take offense when my wife does my voice like that. Like, whoa, whoa. Why are you doing me like that? Why don't you do me like Jill? Her name was Desiree. Desiree Burnham. Why should I be 5th grade? Desiree is a mean girl. And so we stole all of her money. Stole her, we stole her barrettes. So you gotta find the difference.
What's a beret?
So black people. I need to re-record this. It's too muffled.
And now, our story.
Let's see what they play. Using the things that you need to remember and leave down there. The things that are more emotional, stick in your memory better. So Desiree, she was very mean. A barrette is something black girls put in their hair to put it up. It's like a clip or whatever. She dropped her barrette. I touched it. She said she doesn't want it because I touched it. That's wrong, Desiree. Now Desiree's she's not, like, I don't want to touch her barrettes now based on how life has turned out now at 45, if you know what I mean. Alright, you gotta take the difference. Difference means to take away stuff, so I stole all her barrettes. Yeah, no, this is me not making up a story. At the time, I think I kept it as a little gift from her. I turned it into a good thing. She's like, I hate you. I bought some more, squared them so I could have twice the amount of barrettes. And then from there, what happens? I gotta get the mean again. I found another mean girl that I want to fight Desiree. I want you to fight her, because back then you can't really fight a girl, you gotta get another girl to fight her. Like, yeah, my sister's gonna fight you. Otherwise, I would fight you. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm the kind of guy who would find another person and fight you. Alright, so you find the mean of the squares. And then from there, you take the square root of it. After we fight you, we're gonna put you in a doghouse. So I'm gonna put her in a doghouse. Fight her, put her in a doghouse. Square the mean. Yeah, square the mean. She's so mean, we're gonna put her in a doghouse. Desiree's mean, so I stole her barrettes, found the difference. Square, what am I squaring? I'm buying more of them? I put each one of the barrettes in a square container, each of the barrettes in a square container. Sometimes they look like butterflies, and some African Americans put way too many in their daughters' hair, but whatever. I don't know if they do it anymore. From there, she's mean again. Dang, Desiree, can you not be mean twice? And then she's mean, put her in jail. Put her in jail. All right, let's see if that works for me memorizing the thing. Now, the truth is, because I made up the story, it should stick in my memory far better than it sticks in your memory. So when you're making up your story to memorize, whatever it is, vocabulary in another class, English, history, dates, whatever, when you make up the story about George Washington or about whatever it is you need to memorize, you get to make it up. It can be crazy. The crazier it is, the easier it is to remember it. All right, so let's see what we got here. Based on that, still wet, dang it. Oh, dry version. All right, here we go. Ticking step 1, find the mean. Step 1, the mean. Oh shoot, I need calculators and help. 10, 60, I guess it's 5 numbers. We could probably send two of those back. Desiree's a mean girl, so I stole her stuff. Step 2. I took all the original numbers, and I'm going to subtract 6, 9, 9, 6. You subtract the, this guy gets written, you subtract the mean each time from the original numbers. What do I get here? I get a 2, a -2, a 1, a 1, and a -2. Then something about squaring. I remember the squaring thing. What did I say about the squaring thing? I put the barrettes in a square. That didn't even make any sense. In a box. Put them in one of those boxes that you keep to remember things. So when I square each one of these, let me do step 3. I'm going to square them. Another way, I'm going to take the 2, I'm going to square it. The -2, and I'm going to square it, even though there should be in parentheses. The 1, the -2. So step 3 gives me, what are you? You're like a, what are you? You're like a something, like a 4, a 4, a 1, a 1, and a 4. So I square them on step 3. On step 4, I need to get the mean again. My story doesn't go. Step 4, something about a mean. What does he mean? Get the mean. I mean, I'm going to add this guy plus his friend plus him, divide by how many there are. Let's check that. That's 12, 14. Dang it! That's like a 2.8. Somebody check that out and see if that's what it does. And then step 5, I take the square root of that. Step 5, I'm going to take the square root of 2.8, which has to be 1 point something. 1.4? I'm going to go 1.4 and see what happens. And check it out. This is step 5. See how this looks like an S and this looks like a 5? In the world of math, like, how do you know which is which? What we do is on S's, we put these little marks. 5s don't get them. That's the distinction for S's in the world of math. Somebody with a calculator, do find out if the 2.8 is real, and then find out if the 1.4 is real. There are 5 steps. As you can see, if you can remember them, you're just adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. It's only difficult if you don't remember it. So you need a story with maybe the actual words: mean, difference, square, mean, mean. Mean, difference, square, mean, mean. Mean, difference, square, mean, mean. Mean, difference, square, mean, mean.
Thomas, how did you get like the 1.05 of
1.0, say,
Like, how did you get out of the 2.8?
2.8. Say where I get it from?
Yeah.
I added the top and divided by the bottom.
No, but like, how did you get the 1.4? Did you divide it from 2?
1.4, this is the square root of 2.8.
Oh.
So yeah, in your calculator, punch in 2.8 and see what it gives you. 1.6. All right, that was close. I made up the 1.4 because I'm thinking genius. We know 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, so it has to be between a 1 and a 2. If you get down to the radical 2.8, believe me, I'm giving you the credit. Take a look at that. We got one more thing to do, then you have 40 minutes to take a test, which I don't know how long the test actually takes. Any question on this other than whatever happened to Desiree? So she had a son early. Like her son has to be like 20 something now. My son is 5.
Start a little late.
Start a little early. Yeah. A lot of my classmates, they have older people. Actually, my little sister, who's 3 years younger, she has an 18-year-old kid. Again, I mentioned I have a 5-year-old. Yeah. I have an 8-year-old too, so it's not like I started that late. But whatever. Kids get in high school like, who's that, your grandpa? No, that's my dad.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
What other side?
Or happy. What kid, some kids don't have a grandpa. What if you had a grandpa and a dad all at the same time? Wouldn't that be sweet? Hi, Grandpa. I'm your father, but you call me Grandpa if you want. That's cool. All right. Any question on this? Last one I'm gonna do. See what I can do in 7 minutes. You guys need at least 40 minutes to do whatever. But since you didn't watch or do anything at home, it doesn't matter. And I'm gonna guess that she should finish the time. If she doesn't, I'll be surprised and I'll apologize to her and give her the points for what she didn't write. All right. Standard deviation. Why they have you do it twice, I don't know. But when you turn that in, make sure you have both of them done. What do you mean when you turn it in? Was it 6 pages, that whole thing? Histogram. Here comes histogram. Thanks for not having decimals, whoever this nice person is. This is Amelia. Good. Dang, Amelia, there's a million numbers though. All right. This one I'm just going to do in your presence because it's just, you're the scorekeeper of a game. That's what histograms do. So if you've never kept score at a game, this will be new to you. Let's say when you're playing, oh, I need some help. Now I'm not supposed to ask this, but apparently Disney is holding out, so I need some help. And again, I'm not supposed to ask if you choose to do it. Just know that probably we probably shouldn't do it, but I'm gonna take the chance on this one. So my two sons have not seen The Lion King. It's not on Netflix and it's not on HBO Go or whatever. I don't want to go buy the DVD. I just want to borrow it from someone. If you have the DVD, The Lion King, I didn't take VHS, but I feel a little weird about that. I mean, I got a VHS thing at the house.
Make sure you read it, man.
Right. But if you have,
you have an Apple TV at home or something?
No, I just got a regular old
Try
flat
it.
screen thing,
Try
whatever.
like 123movies.com. And they come out like 1080, 720.
I go to that website and they might have The Lion King. If anyone has a DVD, I also want to borrow it. I'm gonna try that thing too. I'm gonna ask that all my classes. So anybody have the DVD in here first? Not will you lend it to me first? Just do you have it? So I know if you don't lend it to me, you had it. Okay. So eventually, I'm gonna ask you, hey, can I borrow that? But this weekend, the goal is this Saturday night we saw Rotel Dorado. Last Saturday night we saw the four things that are on Netflix. Hunchback of Notre Dame. All right, so let's do this. All right, here we go. By the way, I was just listening to some history. I'll take 30 seconds on this because it's worth it. King was Charles Charlemagne, for those who do history. Now I have some DVDs. They only give the most interesting part. I don't have to memorize it, but this part was interesting enough because I think the Disney movie is based on this dude. This guy named Charlemagne, Charles I. He's very important in medieval time. He's the first Roman emperor of Rome, like all the Caesars were done. And he had a son. Apparently the rule is, apparently back in the day, you need an heir. But if the dude is hurt somehow, he can't be the heir. So his son, Pepin, was a hunchback. Yeah. And so Pepin didn't get to be whatever. Charles I married another lady so he can get some kids, and he needs a boy. He banishes Pepin over here, and eventually people don't like the king, of course. So they try to come up with plots to kill him, and they got Pepin involved. Now Pepin was his son, but Pepin did bad. Now his father found out he should have killed Pepin because he killed the other people, but he let Pepin live. And eventually, I think Pepin did it twice. You know what Pepin's punishment was the second time he did it? He was banished to stay in the church. Not Notre Dame, but somewhere. Just like the Hunchback. He had to stay in the thing, whatever. So I think Hunchback of Notre Dame is based on the son of Charlemagne, also known as Charles I, whose son's name was Pepin, and he was, in fact, I think he's Hunchback or whatever, like that. When I heard, like, no way, they made that on a real story? All right, here we go. Histogram. Check your clock. We'll see you in 5 minutes. Histogram, what do we need? I need to find out how many of each type there are, but then I need categories to put them in. I need buckets, I need intervals. Check the numbers. Are they in order? Yeah, thank you, review people. Thanks, Amelia. Step 2. What are some good intervals? It goes from 140 to 180. If I do 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, yeah, that's a good interval. All right. Now you can't go 40 to 50, 140 to 50. You start at 140, but you always have to end at a decimal that's right after the thing you want to go to. So let's say you want to go 140 to 150. You wouldn't go 150. I'm going to put 150 just to mark it out. You wouldn't go 150. You go 140.9, you know what I mean? So that the next group could be 150 to something. So I'll do it this way, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, that'll get it done. You're going to go up, the intervals have to be the same amount. In other words, these buckets in which we're going to dump these numbers have to be the same size. You can't have one big bucket and one small one. 149.9. I don't know why I'm doing decimals. There are no decimals up there. There are no decimals up there. I don't need the decimal.
So just 149?
Yeah, We'll find out if it messes us up in a minute. If there were decimals, I need to get it all the way up to the edge. Here, no decimals, 159. These are the intervals. Interval International is the name of an organization for timeshares. Anybody family in here have a timeshare? Yeah. They pretend like you can go, you guys use it once a year?
Kinda, yeah.
Say it again?
We use it like a few times.
Yeah. They win that because you're renting this thing or you're buying this thing, but you don't use as much as they make you seem like you are. And the trip seems super cool, Tally.
What is it?
Number. It's like a number. Say you want to go to Disney, like once a year. I don't know, but you want lifetime tickets. You get a timeshare to Disney, but you only pay a little bit of. I don't know how to say it. You sort of own Disney. Tally, how many? Well, we gotta do it. We gotta go this. Tell me how many numbers are in the 140. I see one. Dang. Oh, this is so. This is a bad idea. My interval is bad, but I'm going with it anyway. Because any interval makes sense. Though once you see the picture, you'll be like, dude, if you knew most of them were going to go in this one, why even have all the extras? Look, it's the interval I chose. I see 140, 142, 143, 144, another 144. That's 5 things about 145, 48. 48. Wait, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you. Yeah, 1 for you, for you, for you, for you, for you. All right. What do you need those for? Nothing. All right. But your intervals must cover from beginning to end. You can't just eliminate these two buckets because nothing goes in them. If we kept getting more data, more numbers, some might fall in there. All right, make your histogram. Let's see, what did I just find out? For data, we don't even know what the thing is. They know labels, but I mean intervals. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look how spaced it is. That's so cool. It's because I'm an artist. I have it inside my head. My son is doing a lot of drawing. He may get my little thing. We may take him to an art school. We might see. 50, 60. If he uses the stuff at home, 70. These art books I have in the back of the room. I'm trying to require him to do it, but hopefully not turn him into one who hates the thing. So I'm going to try and push him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So the biggest number is how high you need to be able to go. Yes?
For the test, do I have to make the interval tallies, right?
Yeah. This is part of the process of making a thing. I mean, you could, in a way, you kind of do it without it, but why would you? Like, you'd have to hold these numbers somewhere. They have to go somewhere. So this is just an organized way of showing this thing. But if you did this thing without that, I give you some credit, and then writing test. Why? Boom. All right, he goes to that group. Interval goes up to 13. Oh, sorry, it didn't go to 13. Goes up to 8, which means I don't need this thing to go up to 13. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's cool. 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to put an 8 on top of this thing. That way you know how tall that rectangle is. His friend here is a 6. I'll put a little thing on here, 6, so that you don't have to guess. It's hard to see. Then I go down to 80. This last interval, you get a 1. At least you showed up to the game. This one's like Ben Carson. He wants to be the president for the Republicans. He's a black guy. Also 7th Ave Venice. Yeah, we got one in the game. But of course he lost. Now Trump is about to do it and people can go crazy. Take a look at it. See how you feel about it. I just did it. Once you have it, the point of it is you can answer questions easily. Let's find out which interval had the least number of, that's a weird question, let's see what they say. Which interval had the least number of stuff?
180.
Yeah, see, that's the answer I was thinking initially, but then I thought about these two intervals here that both have 0, so hopefully they don't ask that question, which one has the most, but you know what you're looking for, which one has the most, this guy here, whatever. Take a look, see if you have any issues with that, 'cause I'm about to give you your test in about 2 to 3 minutes. Why 2 to 3 minutes? Because Algebra 2B, key assignment, unit 8. By 11 anymore, and keep the one. What's done is done. Yeah.
By what?
Tick 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 tick. What do you need? I need the median. 1, 2, 3, 4,
So,
5, 6,
does that
7,
mean,
8,
like,
9,
told you
10.
where-
Say it again.
Does that mean we told you where it can't be like near like cotton or anything?
No, cotton is good. As long as the animal's not involved, you're good. I'm finding the median now. Just cutting off the edges. When there are two numbers left in the middle, the median is the number in between. Hopefully some of you can see. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
now. That's good because I want to do an announcement. Tell me when you got it now, yeah? All right, good deal. If you want to do some tight shots every now and again, you can add a little dynamics to it. If you want to like zoom in on me every now and again, for the people watching, some other guy did it. It creates a little excitement, and then you pull back out, whatever. If we had scary music when you do a close-up, lightly where you are just go shing, 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 and then people are like, whoa, what's gonna happen? That'd be sweet. Tick, 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 boom. What I'd love to say is this: when it's even, the median is halfway between the two middle numbers. They might know what's halfway between $28 and $29.
28.5.
Yeah, 28.5. So the median, I'm doing a 5-number summary. What's a 5-number summary? That is like, you give me a bunch of numbers, I don't want to know everything about the number. Just tell me like some stuff. Like you come to a class, you want to meet a teacher, like, hey, Tom's our new teacher, like, what do you know about him? Well, his shoe size is 9.5. He's like 5', 7.5. Oh, just a little bit. Like, is he mean? Is he nice? Is class boring? Long, short? He's pretty nice. Class pretty long. Can be entertaining. You may learn medium. Boom. You got a 5-number summary. Same thing with here. With the 5-number summary, you want to know the median. You want to know the upper quartile, also known as the Q3. The lower quartile, also known as Q1. You want to know the max, that's your max, and the min. 5 things about this group of numbers: the big one, the small one, the guy right in the middle, and the guy in the middle of the left guys, and the guy in the middle of the right guys. What does he mean? All right, so I got the median. He's 28 point something. He's 28.5. Let me get the min and the maxes of freebies. Here goes. Someone say the min, please. The minimum.
23.
Yeah, 23 is the smallest number. Someone say the max.
33.
33.
Isn't it 40?
this bottom row, you're gonna do the whole thing all over again. So we're just looking at type A for whatever, type A, type B. I wish I knew my blood type, I don't know what it is, just in case someone gets hurt.
AK-47.
AK-47, is that what you said? Oh, nice, very nice, it's a gun, I like that. I don't even know what it means. All right, upper quartile, I'll do that in red. Once you find the median on even numbers, like where there's an even amount of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 10 of them, you can put a little line like here. Why is that helpful? Well, try and whisper because we're videotaping guys in the front, so when people see it, yeah. If it weren't videotaping, then of course we'll let you do it. On this side over here, to find the upper quartile, the median of the big numbers, you just do the same thing. Cut off the edge, cut off the edge. Off the edge, 32. Without me writing it down, can someone say what the lower quartile is?
26.
Yeah, 26. The other, anybody know how you got 26 without us writing anything? You see how easy it is? What you do, pause. What you do in this life is a thing called the 80-20 principle.